Also,
I have my snack.
what is that?
Custard.
Custard. Why?
Like straight custard.
Yes, it's my snack.
Ew.
I agree.
I mean, he's British, so.
I actually like most I did study there, but do. Oh,
Just custard. Oh, God.
no.
Just leaving. We just started.
Oh man, come on. Have some decency. Heaping spoonful.
About. Oh, 1 minute, I'll make it easier.
Hey, there you go.
Hey! That's a view we've seen a lot.
Yeah, it's
Keith's forehead.
basically.
Oh yeah, from the amount of times I leant back in my chair and just disappeared.
Now I'm just like a floating head down here.
Hey, it's Zeph!
I'm not the skull.
Speaking of that, I'm going to be 3D printing a skull for each of us.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as I get more filament.
Hey.
Nice. I'm not a skull.
Yes.
Fire.
Yeah, sadly, since Panda isn't here, you can't see the
No
evolution.
Aw.
Well, I guess we'll kind of start in some weird roundabout way. Right, so can you be done with that soonish? Yeah,
I might go back to it, so if I disappear in the middle of the game.
What are you eating?
Just straight custard. Yeah,
I like custard!
Have some fake stand.
You're looking,
custard!
you're looking, you got up and left when you
Put
did
it in
this
a donut or
heaping
Yeah.
spoonful of it.
Pepsi shoe or something.
It's a small spoon!
Oh boy, alright. Ignoring the custard.
I managed to save myself from choking there. Because that was just as I took a sip of my drink.
Still got the jokes. Yeah. Right. So we eventually rejoined the party around 7 months, if I remember correctly, after they had gone through a specific ordeal. One including running around, stopping some weird ass rituals, killing some demons, scaring a child. That was after killing the demon.
Or kid.
Child pooped. Yeah, child pooped his pants. Threw the trousers into the fire.
Do you mean this child?
Yeah, that child right there. Very good, encapsulated. Thank you, McCabe.
I got you, bro. I got
you. Which
Hey,
that
visual gags are back.
Alright.
that night ended with you seeing a minotaur covered in shit with a baby wearing or what's your character's name again? I forget. Amira, right?
What?
Angel?
Yes.
Your character, Amira. Right,
Yeah.
yeah. So the child got your trousers.
Oh yeah.
Cause you,
Because everyone else's were too big.
yeah, basically.
Yeah. I had spare.
You had a spare.
Hopefully you remembered to buy some spare ones in break.
Was never talked about, just assumed. Right? You then went back to Orn after that, and a specific revelation came to pass where someone was waiting for Anya in Orm. A conversation was had with which the truth came out.
Ooh.
You got mad.
No,
Tried to kill.
no.
Yeah. Tried to kill him in a tavern.
Yes.
He escaped, and then you chased him around the whole fucking continent for a couple of days.
Oh, this bitch ass.
Yeah, eventually landing in Dalnai, where they had an incursion with the Thieves Guild, stole an item, but you caught the person you were hunting, but someone seemingly left with a rather important item.
Mm-hmm.
You eventually brought what the fuck was his name?
Elanthiel.
Elanthiel. Very good. Elanthiel.
I literally have him in my D&D thing. There's a section in the notes that just says enemies.
Enemies. Elanthiel.
They literally says Elanthiel, parentheses, deceased.
Yeah. It's very true. I also have in my notes a guy named Firehand, which I just put on asterisks next to fucking dead. Because you guys killed him in the first of the ritual rooms, which I was planning on having as a reoccurring character.
Oops.
But you fucking you counterspelled his planar shift, so and then you fucking just, while he was trying to fly away, you fucking just hold person.
Hey, somebody's got to do it, right?
So yeah, he fucking dead, man.
And then he just landed on the floor and got wailed on.
Yeah, basically. Not much I could do, man.
Shanked his ass.
He was dead and around.
Look, we rolled high enough to counter spell that high level spell. When we were six or seven or something. We deserve that.
Yeah. Planar shift is a level 7 spell, and
I know.
I think it was levels. I think we were level 7 or 8.
Yeah.
Point.
Yeah.
And
so if we rolled high enough.
Yeah, I distinctly remember a specific bard rolling a natural 20 on that counterspell, and I was mad. Not gonna lie. But yeah, you eventually got Elanthiel to court in Portia, where Anya and Aaron grew up. Eventually, forcing some truth out of him, and the last words he left you with is Planeswalker.
And then I cut his head off.
And
But-
we went with Rule of Cool for that because she used my sword, which technically she should not have been able to do, but we went with Rule of Cool.
Rule of cool, always
Maybe
trumps.
it more painful because I had to hack a
Yeah.
bit.
You know, chopping a guy's head off with a club or a mace, not specifically easy to do.
I suppose that's why I handed her the lightsaber, because I was just like, let's not get blood everywhere.
It would take a considerable amount of time to chop a guy's head off with a mace.
I
I mean, you could do it.
We need to
It's
get
possible.
you a giant, we need to get you a giant spoon as your next.
Yeah. The fuck. Oh my god! Isn't that an old like
I
YouTube video of a guy trying to?
I have war cat cast now. Hello, blight, and some one's head.
Oh boy. All right. That is where we kind of left off, as we presumed that the party would be split up for around a year.
Right, because they had to do their time.
Community service.
I did.
Anya had a community service.
I did.
Yeah. Anya had community
Anya had
service.
community service, and Aaron went back to the church because he didn't want to leave her and Portia alone.
That. And the rest of you guys kind of trailed off on your own paths. Some of you collaborated with doing stuff which we can talk about during the game, but that is up to you to do some fucking roleplay. But some interesting stuff has happened during these 7 months in game.
My father died.
Yeah, in game. In game, I'll just preface that.
Yeah, no,
In game.
So the happiness might be similar.
But we come back now after 7 months to the couple in Portia having the time of their life, I guess.
Free one hates me there.
Everyone hates her there, and everyone keeps trying to flirt with Aaron, and it just to spite her. And let me clarify, that was not my idea, that was hers.
Something like that.
No, literally, it was. I have the messages to prove it.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
Right.
no one likes her, and everyone's like, "Oh, you could do so much better."
right, we cut to you then in Portia. The time of your stay there is coming to a close.
Oh, thank God.
And so, question is, how would you like to make either a journey back or message the rest of the party?
Can I burn the sit down?
I mean, do you have you no respect for the work you put in community service?
Have you met me?
Apparently not.
I will go and approach the council council and ask for an opportunity for one of them to send a message for me.
Yeah, and you know that there's a specific person in the council which
I can't remember his name off the top of my head because this was
yeah,
a while back.
yeah, but there's a master of information.
Yeah, that guy.
Which you know and has been helping you a bit with your father's passing as well. And he has some scrolls that he uses sometimes for work, which he lends you a parchment to use, and like the basic instructions is to write on it and the recipient, and then just
I am gonna write. So I am gonna write to Odo
Mhm.
and just say, wait, quick question before I write it. How long
Mm.
left?
like a couple of days, I'd say.
I'm just gonna write. Stay here, coming to a close. Few more days left. Fancy meeting us here? Question mark.
Can I add? Please save me. Hell that they make me wear dresses.
If there's enough words.
I mean, this
Sounds
basically
sounds like there was more than enough. I think I only used like 8. So
like-
space.
it's basically the message spell, but as on a parchment, right?
So yeah, I basically just message Odo saying, "Few days left. Do you fancy meeting us here?" And then
Anya,
explaining that she hates it here and she wants to be saved.
all right. So, Odo,
Yeah.
you are in one of your currently daily occurrence scouts, as you're
Okay.
doing for your guild.
Mhm.
Currently in Orn, just making sure that some deliveries are being made correctly, so to say.
Wait a minute, I've
Ah.
just thought of something.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't Anya have the gate stone?
No, I gave it to in case they murdered her. Me.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we ended our last session, you guys gave the rogue an entire bag of gold and the gate stone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 'cause
I mean-
I gave you one of the party loot bags, didn't I?
I have the
Yeah,
bag,
yeah.
yes.
The blue bag, the one with all the gold. the other one
No,
had.
not all of it. No,
Well-
no. The blue has 14.8k. The red has 25k.
The blue had like 35k.
Oh, you've been okay. You've been
Yeah, it's been used.
I did contact everybody.
yeah. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah, because we weren't sure how the court would respond, and there was a real possibility I was executed any way.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So-
I just found it funny that you thought I would be the responsible one with everybody's money.
Well, to be
Well-
fair, up until that point, it kind of had been.
Yeah,
Somewhat,
did-
yeah.
as far as
I-
you guys know.
I still love the fact because he's not here now, but that the bard was one of the first people to actually go for loot in one of the caves, and he didn't give you any of the gold. He just took it. So
And
he has
hid
like
some things from us too.
yeah. He I'm pretty sure he had like an extra 10k or something that he just picked up and was like, well, it's mine now. It was just like, and I asked him, right? Like, I asked him straight out, being like, so are you gonna go with this to the party, or are you just gonna keep it? And he's just like, I just keep it. And I'm like,
It's like
yeah,
no one
yeah,
asked.
yeah, no one asked. Like, no one asked. And like, while we were doing the session, I was just like, oh, yeah, just, I mean, seems legit. He can totally do that. I gave him the option.
Right, yeah.
And no one else actually, like, paid attention. So,
Sounds about right.
yeah.
All right.
But, yeah, you, like, are trying to inspect a delivery. And, like, as you're inspecting it, like, this parchment just, like, poofs out in front of you.
Oh, that's just great.
And kind of lands on the delivery. And the person delivering it is, like, standing there being like, is that normal?
It happens sometimes. We'll just put that here for now. Yeah, friends in low places, you know.
But yeah, everything kind of like checks out, and you're like, yeah, it's here. And you were given some coin to pay him with. So you just put that on the counter, and he takes it and leaves.
All right. Now, listen here, you can't keep doing this. No, not right now. I'm trying to write notes.
That's a real Odo. The actual Odo.
Yep, that's the actual Odo. All right. So after he leaves, I'd open the letter and obviously read it and know what's going on. I'm assuming this is after I've gone with Amira on the stuff she was doing.
Yeah,
And then
so
with-
all the other stuff has happened. And
Okay.
right now, for I think the past 2 months, you've been just doing
Just
work.
doing the. Okay.
And this is one of the small tasks that you've been given as you have. It's just making sure that there's deliveries and correct deliveries.
You do not need a lighter.
I have one. It's got a weird.
I have
cool
one
It's
too.
got a cool
For some
dragon
reason-
thing on it.
Oh, sweet. For some reason, the cat thinks she needs one.
Hmm.
It's one of those weird ones that's just
Oh, the plasma lighters?
yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome. So I guess I would read it and then go back to Amira and Nyx and everybody and be like, so sounds like they're just about ready to go be picked up.
Mm-hmm. You know that both or the bard has specifically like gone off to other places, and the monk seemingly went back home or to his like
Order.
guild
Yeah.
as well.
He had to go fuck shit up somewhere else.
Basically, and
He's
the
gone,
other
he's gone to give people mucho powers.
and the fighter has gone back to his family, so it's just Amira and
Nyx.
Nyx. It was Spiff and Tough, whatever.
Yep.
What the fuck their name
Spiff
was?
Tufton and Tough Spiffton.
So confusing, man.
Welcome to the world of Vex and Vax.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Like I. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. You know where they're holding up, and they've been present at least. You know that Amir has been doing work in the local militia, and
Nyx
And
has been
Nyx-
at the library.
Nyx has been at the library basically a lot of the time.
Nyx has been Nyx.
Yeah. she's been having her own small incursions as well as doing the library stuff. But yeah, usually she's been reading, which is still to me very weird for sorcerer. Anyway,
She's probably still in room 349 for Christ's sake.
but yeah, so the rest of the party gets informed that in a couple of days, yeah, the others are gonna come out of Portia.
Now, I assume we're going to have to go give them a lift.
Practically.
Because, I mean, we cubed over there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably going to be quicker to go pick them up and cube back, which means we're going to need to spend at least a night there. Do we have any way to write to them to get us set up? Nyx might. To write to them to get us set up with a place where we can stay for a night, because the cube's got to recharge.
You kind of remember
I
that
mean, we
they...
have 3 charges. 1 charge there.
Yeah.
Well,
You
Oh,
also...
never mind.
Yeah,
Isn't
you
it
also...
1 charge into alternate and then 1 charge back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can only go there, and then you would have to recharge. Yeah. So you know also that they kind of... like, you can't get into Portia without the help of someone.
Right.
But also, they specifically said that they're probably not going to welcome any of you back again. This was... the encounters and stuff before were a special occurrence, so to say.
Okay.
Um,
So we're going to have to wind up on the outside of it then.
Yeah, from what I can remember, the entire forest was patrolled.
mm,
So
Yeah.
I think it
We
might
can
be
set up
best to-
camp outside the forest.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And then wait for you guys to come out.
Can I use my new feature, Randy?
uh,
And just
which one
the
specifically?
new shield one.
Oh.
Have it sit and watch inside the tree at the edge
Yeah.
of the forest.
You can do that. Yeah.
So when they go to make camp and whatnot.
Mm. Yeah, sure. You can easily set that up. It's not a difficult thing to do since it's, you know, what it is.
Yep.
But so the rest of you try to get there the day before then and try and set up camp.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. And you... Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. I accidentally enlarged... Mallet. Accidentally enlarged Mallet for some reason. And now the... Mm-hmm. Yep.
And now
Awesome.
everything's out of order.
Yeah, oh boy. Alright.
Hey, as long as you're in the right spot, doesn't matter what order we're in.
Yeah, no, it's just that everyone was not on the page anymore. it was only Mallet. 5 parts of Mallet.
Okay.
Alright,
Separate
so
bits of Mallet's camp.
yeah, basically. Alright. So you asked if I don't think she has a
She doesn't
yeah.
have any sort of sending or anything?
No. She hasn't learned sending.
Well, I guess I'd have to talk to Theo then and see if... I mean, somebody at the guild, I would assume, would be able to do sending with everything that we do.
I'd imagine something as necessary as communication would probably be covered.
Yeah.
Well, especially secret communication.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's there's a lot of that going on. Yeah, you working here for the past couple of months, and you have kind of started to get
Know people?
familiar with specific parts of the Thieves Guild that runs Orn. And runs Orn is like, yeah, they run it.
Like
As-
the mob.
Well, yeah, basically. They're
So-
basically
so- Orn is Chicago. Okay.
yeah, somewhat.
Or Vegas.
But yeah, there's some people that deal in communication. Some do it written. Some do it through magical means. But you'd be able to get in touch with and have to pay for it.
Right.
But you would get a message across if you
Still
wanted
have
to.
our money.
Yeah. I mean, you have a shit ton. I have to
I-
pull back on that now that you're not 8 people anymore.
Yeah, that might be necessary.
Yeah. I kind of overcompensated because it was like you
Well,
were
to
so
be
many.
fair, with the amount of stuff we were having to buy with regards to potions and
Yeah.
other shit, we were spending a lot on potions.
Mm. Right. And diamonds. Because diamonds.
Yes, that too.
How much is it costing me?
Diamonds in 10 golds, I guess. Just to get a message. It's not
Platinum.
Yeah.
Done.
fucking I forget you just have shit ton of platinum. Being like, haha.
I
Just-
personally do, yeah.
One platinum.
Yeah,
One
what's
platinum, no problem.
what's the message you want to send?
So the message that I'm going to send would be, message received. We will gate over in a couple of days and camp outside the forest and wait for you.
Right. And
Is
who's the
this typical
recipient?
Sending...
Are you sending it to Aaron or
It'll go back to Aaron since he's the
Yeah.
one that sent it.
alright.
Is it the same sort of thing with sending where I can reply?
Yeah. In a way. So you get a voice in your head.
I'm just like, I don't know that voice, but I
Yeah.
understand the message and assume it's
Yeah.
just a courier.
Basically, it's like message received. We will be waiting for you outside the forest. Greetings, Odo.
You take care of my boy.
Yes. Take very much care. I mean, you have to have a weird voice if you're working the Thieves Guild. You can't have a normal voice. It doesn't work that way.
I'll just respond with, okay, look for a raven in the treetops.
Yeah, so
Raven in the treetops in a forest.
Mhm.
That's great.
You at the end. You're gonna be at the edge of the forest. It's gonna be in the end.
right. Yeah. You eventually meet up with everyone again. And you on the day before and use the gate or the plane shift one. Because there's 2 modes, and you like never use the plane shift for some reason. Like it's weird.
So the gate one was where we ended up in. Was it? It was the one with all the Vikings fighting.
Well, it was more than just Vikings, but yeah.
Yeah, it was like the endless battle or whatever.
The eternal battlefield, yeah.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, I guess we could just use the plane shift.
Mm.
I mean,
'Cause
it's gonna
it
work
just-
the same way either way.
Yeah. It's just that you have to hold hands. Oh no,
To be
cooties.
fair, I think the reason we used the gate before is because we had too many people for the plane shift.
No, but it's because we I think we weren't quite sure where we were going. Oh,
Yeah. The plane shift specifically says 8 creatures or people, I think.
Okay.
8 willing creatures.
8 willing creatures, yeah. You can force someone with a plane shift, technically, with the cube.
The problem with the plane shift was we were 8 plus Elanthiel, so we had to use the gate.
oh. Mhm.
Yeah. But I just remember that whenever you used it, even though you were 8 people, you just used the gate.
We still used the gate.
Yeah, I guess we weren't keen on holding hands.
Oh boy. Alright.
Or was it because with the gate spell, we can speak the name of a creature we want it to appear near, so we always could get where we wanted to go?
No, the plane shift works the same way. We can
Yeah,
name a
but-
specific place.
But
Or
plane
think of a
shift-
specific...
Plane shift says we might arrive nearby.
I think it might have been a thing of just we were being a bit more careful.
I think the big thing at the end of that one is it says at the GM's discretion.
That's
Oh.
And you don't trust me.
Do we
Which
have
is
any
apparent.
reason to?
I mean,
I was about to say, do you blame us?
maybe. Not sure.
Alright, so plane shift.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
really
so
want to
plane
get out of there, huh?
Well, plane shift, I guess while we're doing it, we might as well go through. Since we know of it, well, Nix and I know of it. We'll take Amira with us. We'll go through Marbleholm as the plane we stop on.
Because you have to plane shift off of Prime Material back onto it again.
Well, like, thing is, the cube works into specific. It has specific, not destinations, but has specific planes it can shift to, and you don't have the marble one.
I thought Nix got the teleportation coordinates for the marble one when we went there. Isn't that how we got there in the first place? We got the coordinates from. What was his name?
Marble? Or are you talking about
No, we-
something?
No, the guy in the library that was helping us.
Gorbachev?
Was that. Yeah, Gorbachev. No, yeah. Yeah.
you're talking
Garmili.
about the orc wizard? Or Garmili?
Well, Garmili and Gorbachev were the ones that were in the Brim shop. I'm talking about the guy that we met up with in the Ketos collection in room 349 that was helping us figure out what was going on with.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that?
That.
Okay, so. 'Cause it is weird with Gorbachev and.
And
'cause it's-
Garmili.
Yeah, because it's the same.
Garmili was the prime. Gorbachev was the clone.
Okay, so Garmili then. It's the one you met.
Yeah. Right. Gorbachev was the one that
This
was in
is-
the shop for him.
I'm not sure who else was with this. Everyone is.
I think everyone was with when we met Gorbachev in the shop in Brim, because that was when we were still chasing
Oh
bit
yeah,
shit,
Yeah, I
Right.
remember that guy.
and they
Hmm.
had the book meeting there.
yeah.
But then
A bookshop
Garmili-
in Brim.
and then Garmili was in the Ketos collection helping Nix and I when we were doing her stuff.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I thought he gave Nyx the teleportation coordinates to Marbleholm, and that's how he got there in the first place, was with the cube.
No. Don't,
Okay.
No. I don't think he used the cube to get there. To Marble's home?
Right.
No, I think Marble was the one that teleported you there. This is also... Like, he was also the one helping you teleport around. And he also had to use, like, a plane shift to get there and then back.
Oh,
Right.
that's right. He's the planeswalker. That's right. Okay. All right. So
Well,
I guess
he wasn't the planeswalker, but he...
Oh, I have him
yeah.
listed as a planeswalker.
Oh.
I have Marble listed as a Goliath planeswalker with Rock, Pebble, and Stone as his children.
Oh, yeah.
Melvia was Miss Marble, and then there was a demon.
Yeah, that's true.
I keep notes.
Yeah.
Rock,
okay,
Pebble,
so
and
the
Stone, that was...
the planeswalker is somewhat correct. Not
Okay.
specific, but you were hunting another that was given the name planeswalker, and then you mentioned it to Marble, and he was like, "Well, I've heard that before. Someone called me planeswalker once."
Right.
That's basically what he said, and that's when you probably put planeswalker next to Marble.
That could be. And then at some point in time, yeah. Anyway, so I guess we'll plane shift either way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of lore that happened during the break.
Wherever you're ending up, you're only going to be there for 10 seconds.
Yeah. So I guess you're just going to fucking the Eternal Battlefield and then back.
Yep, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been there and you kind of forgot the horrifying fucking battle noises. Yeah, like some guttural screams and stuff just happened. And you're like, oh, well,
Then I
nice.
remember.
And then you land outside of Portia. You can, like, you remember these woods, like being outside of them, because you've been here a couple of times. And you can see the white keep in the distance, where there's like a staircase leading up to this somewhat blurry floating island in the distance, right? And it's quite an odd sight to see still. It's not something you specifically get used to unless you live here, right?
I would assume so. I don't know. I've never lived here, so maybe we don't need to. Whatever.
Even us are still not. Even some of us are still not used to it.
So I guess once we get there, I'll look around for this raven.
Right. The first roll. Hey, make a perception check.
Aw.
Do I have to roll one for the raven as well?
Yeah. And you have the raven. It's keen sight. It has keen sight, right? So it's like advantage on stuff like that. I think.
No, actually, apparently a raven doesn't.
Doesn't have keen sight.
But it does have. It can just mimic sounds.
Oh yeah, right.
So I can just have it. Yeah, I can just have it sat there going, "Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!"
Okay.
All right.
I don't know if it could do full-blown inflections of just "oh no," but
Right, just try and do a perception with the raven, and yeah, I think it has a +4.
+3.
+3.
Let's be with the way to.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it rolled. It did roll. It was not showing up for me that it rolled.
Did you name him Apollo?
Yeah.
Apollo the Raven.
Greek mythology. Apollo sent ravens.
Yeah. All right, so that's a 7. I'll take the first one.
He's just going, oh no, oh no.
Oh boy.
He's just bouncing. He's just like flying in the treetop. Oh no.
Yeah, you can kind of, or you can like kind of hear something saying your name in the distance. You're like not specifically sure, like what the fuck that is.
He's on the trees at the edge. So
I can
Yeah,
make
yeah.
out which way it's coming from, though, right?
Yeah, somewhat.
All right. I guess I'll sneak my
lumbering.
way over there just in case it's not.
Alright, make a stealth check, I guess. Sneak up on the bird. Yeah, that seems about right.
literally the only way it could see you is a nat 20.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneak up on the entire forest.
The trees don't even know you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, both Anya or Amira. Jesus Christ. And.
Oh, we are the A team.
Yeah. And Nyx still see Odo because he's like stealthing in plain sight, kind of. But he's walking close to the trees and trying to like follow it. So it's like from outside the forest you can see the Odo quite clearly, but probably from inside the forest it would be very hard to specifically detect them.
My brain theater is just seeing this as a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Yeah.
So that must be what my supreme sneak looks like then.
Oh yeah.
No, it's just because
One dagger in each hand. One dagger in each hand, going like,
Yeah.
doo-doo.
What is it? They can see him clearly. I'm just imagining that from their perspective, it's just a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Yeah, eventually, you see, somewhat of a, you see a raven sitting, like going, oh no, oh no, try to call out your name, sitting on a branch, like trying to look out, from the forest.
All right. Well,
Seemingly not noticing your presence currently.
I'll take a few steps back and just look up at it and wave.
Yeah. Eventually, as you're in your trance, Aaron, you kind of notice Odo is stepping out from nowhere. It's like, huzzah.
you literally see the raven just go. It's just, what?
Where did you come from?
He just sort of flies down and just sort of flaps in front of you a second, just goes, and then flies off.
Weird.
I think we found Aaron. So I guess we camp here.
Yeah, you can easily set up camp
Camp.
for the night.
And I just drop my trance and just go and find Anya.
Yeah, you guys could set up camp pretty quickly. Nyx has found a couple of books. Reading.
Surprise, surprise.
And she has Zeph with her. That now has like yeah, like this is probably the first time you've seen Zeph again, Amira. Since last time, you kind of just remember being this black skull, basically. It seems to have like gold outlines or gold like stuff on yeah, basically it's like a bedazzlement on his cheekbones.
Did he grow golden beard? What was
But,
that
yeah.
before?
Is that his Viking name, Zeph Goldenberg?
You just kind of notice that there's like some small inscriptions and like detailing there. And this is something that Odo would have noticed since before as well. With the so Seth has like this golden outline now by his cheekbones that has some like inscriptions and stuff on it.
Okay.
And you would have noticed that since you've been spending some small time with Nyx every now and again.
So it's
when did
like-
that happen?
So basically, after the contract or
The thing with
when
the
you
thing.
Oh,
the thing with the thing.
So is it something that's readable to everyone, or is it
No, not really.
so nobody understands it?
oh, this is the thing we got all the stuff for, isn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
The reason we spent Nick spent all the gold.
Uh-huh.
all the stuff she had to buy, the eyes and all that.
To get gold on the skull?
I'm assuming it's more than just a gold inlay. It's probably got some form of special property to it.
I don't know how much she wants me to tell of her story, so
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah,
right.
I drop my trance and then go and fight Anya.
Yeah. It's probably late in the day. At this point.
Anya is trying to not get in a fight. She's done.
Understandable.
Well, they're at the edge of the forest.
Oh, thank God.
They appear to have started setting up a camp of sorts.
Can we go now?
Randy?
As far as you know, like it's supposed to end tomorrow, and there was
That's, I'm assuming it's a tomorrow morning is a release type thing.
It's just a small ceremony type thing because, I mean, that's what you people do, or your people
I
does.
hate this town. I hate everyone in it. I hate dresses.
I just sort of put a hand on her shoulders. If it makes you feel any better, you don't have to wear one tomorrow.
God, can I please just be somewhat one?
See, this is where it's a bit of an issue because legally I have to say no. But
Contractually.
me doesn't necessarily want to say that. So I'm gonna say no for now.
These people forced to make me to be so sober.
Oh no.
Oh boy, I forgot that Anya was.
Anya, what was an alcoholic? Yes.
I think the worst part is I've just noticed what's in the bag of holding Aaron has.
Excellent. Alright, I promise.
We can toast with the guys tomorrow.
Yeah,
I promise I won't kill any civilians.
There's a couple of fire brandy and stuff in there, right?
It's the Dragon's Breath whiskey, yeah.
Yeah.
I hate this town. I want to tell them all to go to hell.
I am going to put the bag of holding on, and I am gonna just sort of turn to it. Right. I'm gonna say this, and it's probably gonna sound stupid, but the quicker you go to sleep, the quicker tomorrow comes.
You're right. It does sound stupid, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go and see if there's any chance of an early release.
yeah, right.
I will try my best. I can't make any promises, but I will
Don't
try my best.
they tolerate me because you.
Yeah, but my thought process is if they want to get rid of you, then surely getting rid of you quicker would be more beneficial to them.
I'll bet 10 gold. They say no, because they're gonna try to talk you into stay.
Just sort of take her hands and just look her straight dead in the eyes, like,
I'm not staying. They can't talk me into anything.
Cool. I'm gonna turn walk away and go Bob any tab Vernon owners. I done for the last year.
Specific
get
signs are set up being like, don't serve to like no alcohol, just milk.
and you can tell where I'm going.
Yeah. I assume.
I'm gonna go and try and find.
Yeah. Right.
At this sort of time of day, I don't know. I doubt they'd be in council chambers, but I'm assuming I would probably know where each individual works.
Yeah. Somewhat.
So and try and find the few important people to the specifics.
Yeah. I guess you can. You know, the Master of Information is kind of the one working late and has basically checking everything that goes around in and outside of the city or town. I guess it's not really a city per se.
Yeah, the city's on the fucking floating island.
Yeah, exactly. But from your guess, he would probably be the best person to go to.
Okay, just wander up and just. My microphone doesn't pick up that anymore. I've got a different microphone, so it doesn't pick up anymore. I knock.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah, he's just filling in some paperwork as the door opens.
Am
I
I
like,
interrupting?
no, not specifically. Is there anything in particular you were wanting to bother me about?
I was curious about the specifics of time and date for the end of Anya's community service.
Right.
And whether or not leaving tonight would be a possibility. Because she is getting rather anxious staying. Fuck it, I'm just gonna say it. She hates being here. She wants to leave. People
noticed.
look at her like a leper. It's not right.
No, we're trying to fix this place, and it's not going great. But
The biggest problem is that people still don't seem to care about the fact that it wasn't even her that caused the bloody problem.
For most people, it's easier to put blame on something they know rather than something they can't really fathom. Well,
Fortunately,
for-
you're correct.
for specifics, it's gonna be. She's kind of in a contract that she had to forcefully sign, which makes so that she can't leave until tomorrow.
Does that mean that at 1 minute past midnight we could leave, because that's technically tomorrow? Is that a loophole we could exploit? Because she wants to get get the hell out of here as soon as possible.
Hang on. He kind of just like takes a minute and goes back, searches through some documents, be like, turns around, goes to the bookshelf, searches through some documents there, eventually like, here in the back somewhere. I kind of like ruffles it a bit and just reads through the specifics, and technically, yeah. Kind of just looks at you and goes, well, Master Orphix would be mad, but it's up to you.
He's already mad enough that I'm resigning.
Yes, that is true. He'd love to keep you here, but can't force a man.
Yep. He'd love to keep me here, but my mind is made up.
I'd be sad to see you go, but yeah, I think you know what I mean.
Yep. Unfortunately, family comes first, and she is now the only family I have. So.
And I respect that.
You seem to be the only one that understands it.
I mean, Master of the Hunt seems to be on your side as well. Not sure about the rest.
He was always a family friend.
That is true.
Thank you for your help, and I will just flick a platinum onto his table. Drinks are on me tonight.
I might need him tomorrow.
You and me both. And I leave.
Yeah. He kind of just, like, before you leave, kind of just does a respectful bow, I guess. Showing courtesy,
I return the favor.
Respectful? What the fuck? Jesus Christ. My English has gotten worse. Somehow my English has gotten worse, even though I speak English every day, because it's an international course. Like, I speak with, like, people from Hong Kong, a guy from Nigeria, and, like, people from all over the world every day. And my English is not getting better. I have a French person in my group.
Well, English is kind of a bastard language anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Three languages in a trench code.
Yes, it is. Exactly.
Oh boy.
well, that was happening on your was get kicked out tavern.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And growling people who look at her fun she's t-shirt she's made a couple children cry.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
a couple more.
A couple more. At least not shit their pants this time.
Well, maybe.
Unless you cast a fear spell.
Don't give her any ideas.
Do I have access to that?
I know someone who does.
I don't looks.
Nor am I.
So yeah. That's how she spent her evening.
Oh boy.
Right, so as I walk out, I'm just gonna sort of wander along and just summon Apollo on my arm and just literally look at him and just say, "Coming, midnight." just flick my arm off and send him back over to Odo.
Yeah.
Alright.
So eventually, as you guys have set up your camp, there's a raven that now sits above your camp, going like, "Coming, midnight."
It's not gonna do that all fucking night, is it?
No. It literally it arrives. It says it like 3 times and then fucks off.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
I didn't want to have to throw a dagger at it.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, it has 1 hit point.
It's not that hard
I
to hit either.
I wouldn't know that,
It
but
has 1 hit point and a 12 AC.
if it kept doing it, it would get a dagger thrown at it. But if it just leaves, it's fine.
Like, to put it in perspective, I'm pretty sure Nyx has a higher AC than the Raven.
Well, with mage armor, yes. Without,
No, without, she still does. Without, she still has 1 higher AC than him.
she has 13.
Yeah.
I guess her dex is high.
Yep. So yeah, and then I'm gonna go and just wander the taverns, waiting to see Anya just fly out of a door.
Something like that.
So
Oh,
I
family.
actually do have good news.
Oh, I get to swear loud at the masters tomorrow.
You don't have to be here tomorrow. Midnight is your expiry time.
Can I borrow your Ray?
Sure. Arm out.
I'm gonna look at it. Tell it a bunch. Wait. What time is it?
I'd say around 8. Just a couple hours left.
We can do that later if you. We can do that later.
I'm gonna go find trousers and wear them in town.
I'm gonna go and actually
Fuck.
get everything ready and.
Do you miss me, Ram?
I mean, what the fuck? It's like a rebellious side. I'm gonna wear trousers.
In this town, yes.
Oh boy. It's very old fashioned.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. I'm gonna pack. And right before midnight, I'm gonna tell the raid then a bunch swear words in different languages and send him to the master's house.
Wait, I come back to hear Master's house. What did I miss? Is she
Just plan
TPing
for
some
midnight.
guy's house?
Well, she's planning to annoy the heck out of Master Orphix with Raven curse words. Raven curses.
In 3 languages.
Those are the languages she knows.
And of course, she would know every curse word in each of those 3 languages too.
Well, yeah.
Obviously, what else to learn than the curse words in the languages?
Right.
It's like the fact that for years the only French I could speak was curse words.
No.
I can we leave now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back and like get all my armor on, and get my bag ready and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Say a final goodbye to my childhood home and leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd say enough. We can just skip ahead. Instead of waiting for 4 hours. That'd be fun, right? Yeah. Are you actually sending the Raven?
Yes.
And
I
you...
think the worst part is he's gonna know it's mine. So he's gonna know I was complicit in this.
Alright, so you approve. Good. Okay.
I just sort of wander up to her, hold the hand out. I had
Yeah.
wheels. You're gonna need to tell him where to go.
Oh, don't. We're I hate him so much. I could.
You have him for an hour.
Oh my god.
After an hour, I'm recalling him.
I take full use.
Alright, so you're just gonna put a bunch of curse words to this Raven and tell him to go and repeat those by Master Orphix's house. I'm assuming. Mm-hmm.
His bed preferably.
Just gonna land on the bedroom windowsill.
Right.
I'm just imagining dunk 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 as soon as he opens the window. Fuck!
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Right. Yeah. The Raven disappears or flies into the distance as you guys make your way to the outside of the forest.
Yeah. If we pass Master of the Hunt on the way past, I'm just gonna hand him a note saying thank you and my resignation letter is on my desk. If he ever needs a hand with the hunt, I will help, but no more council business.
Okay. Yeah, you'll meet him on the way. He'd probably.
I literally, I just walk past him, just say, right, we're off. Pass him the note and carry on.
Just like drop the mic. Be like,
Yeah, it's just a thing of just I'm done here.
Plus, we don't want master or fix.
Yeah. Like I would just assume during the whole part where the funeral and stuff happened, he would have like tried to talk to you just for a bit, since he was also kind of close to your dad in a way.
Yeah, they had a somewhat they had a bit of a crossover in their roles.
Yeah. But he's always been on your side, and then like you both kind of knew that this was gonna happen, and he's not surprised when you he's a bit surprised in the haste of it all, like how fast you just like, well, take this and I'm gonna fuck off.
It's literally just thank you for everything, we're leaving.
Yeah. But like there's this like cinematic cutscene, I guess, where you kind of just like walk with Anya out of there, and he's like just looking at the note, kind of.
Past the gate, I'm just like, I can't bother walking.
Yeah. He kind of just looks at the note and just kind of smiles for himself, and then like does a nod or something as you're kind of like riding off into the distance.
Thank God.
I think you get around halfway through the forest until you feel connection lost to Apollo.
You just see him sat on like Anya just feels him start chuckling. He killed Apollo.
Yes. I sent another one.
I'll need an hour.
Fine.
At least I think it's an hour if I remember correctly.
Like the casting time is 10 minutes, but you can only do it once per day.
No, the casting time's an hour.
It is an hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I would
summon and unsummon is instantaneous, but to re-summon is an hour.
I would gladly turn him into a zombie.
Strangely, I wouldn't be adverse to it.
He sucks. Did we see them yet?
Yeah. Like you can see somewhat of a camp as you're like the mist is kind of like parting ways for you.
Oh, thank God. Mir. Please tell me you have the beer.
I literally just reach in the bag of holding and hold it over hold a bottle over my shoulder.
Yes.
Nothing like, oh, you had that the whole time. It's just like, okay.
You had that.
No answer.
Never off.
I hate you. Don't talk to me. And I'm gonna grab two bottles, completely ignore air, and go hug Amir.
I'm gonna hug back.
I miss you too. I want to hear all about it, but first, and I hate one of the bottles.
Take the bottle.
Eh,
Yes. For
cheers.
the reunion.
I'm just gonna wander over to Odo while this is all happening.
I'm just shaking my head. Nothing's changed, I see.
Well, I mean, something
There-
has. And
yeah,
I just
there-
look down at I just look down at myself, and I'm
Yeah,
basically
there's
wearing half of my armor.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's a visual difference in both Anya and Aaron right now, as they're no longer this pale skinned and black haired.
Mhm.
They now
Yeah.
have a lighter color to their hair. Both are like, I think Anya's like brown, light brownish. if I remember
Because
correctly.
hers hasn't been finished.
Yeah, it's like halfway black at the tops and like starting brownish.
Streak.
Yeah.
I'm like full blonde. I'm full blonde, back to being tanned. I'm now wearing half of what I used to wear armor wise. I've just got the gauntlets, legs, and a breastplate, no longer with the arm. And the helmet is still at my side, but I'm not wearing it. And the chest plate is a completely different chest plate. And only Anya would recognize it because it's his father's chest plate. Which would they? You would have seen the insignia on the hunt, that on the people from the hunt, right?
Yeah.
So it has the insignia on the left chest,
Alright.
and he's now got this big, billowy, fucking red interior, black cloak.
Yeah.
With like wolf fur on the shoulders.
It's so pretentious.
So does this mean no more scaring the shit out of little kids?
Oh, don't. They made me wear dresses and forced me to be so sober.
Sounds horrible.
I know. No.
Yeah,
He actually-
Nix is also joining in on the drinking.
Hey.
I just sort of plonk down, just
Yeah.
plonk down with Atlas behind me. Just
There is a small difference to the shield as well. Like it's more. Like I don't remember. I don't think it had the feathers before. Right.
it had
That's-
a small amount. Like there was maybe a handful before.
Yeah.
There's now like a full blown plumage.
Yeah, and there's more skulls. right?
Skulls. Yeah, there's 5 now. There was 1.
Alright,
Sorry,
so
no, there's 3. There's 3
Yeah,
now,
3
not 5.
instead of 1.
I want one to kill something.
You need to go on an adventure then.
Please.
Well, unless you want to do it here, I have a feeling we might have to wait till the morning.
You volunteer? Ring.
Do you want me to?
Wow. You hid this all year.
It wasn't hiding. It was in the bag. I thought
You
you knew it was there.
no, you knew I was.
You were there when we got those bottles.
I was probably drunk.
That is a fair assumption. Considering we
Actually-
got them from a bar.
I think you're the one that bought them, even.
Oh.
That's
No,
a fair
I-
assumption.
She bought 1, and I bought 2 extra to keep at hand.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure she drank up the one she bought.
Yeah, I just remember the strongest, this quote, the strongest thing you have available. No
Oh
matter
no,
the price.
this is different, friend.
No, this is my stuff. So this is the fire breath stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you right now.
Well, let's see it from the bright side. If he hadn't said anything, we wouldn't have it now. Celebrate.
You know how hard for sobriety is.
No, and I think it's hard to imagine, but I think it's pretty hard.
I do. I was a member of the clergy for 20 years.
You might just want to put your hand down for a minute, Aaron.
I mean, hey, she wants to hit something, so.
No, she said kill, not hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
Hey,
can
hey.
leave tomorrow. Or anywhere.
Go where?
Well, anywhere we want.
No, more stupid. Hometown.
Where do we want to go?
Oh,
Dun,
I
dun,
think-
dun.
I think Nyx might have an idea of where we might want to go next.
right.
As soon as you said where do we want to go, my brain instantly just thought of find out next time on Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Don't
Well,
ask why.
like, yeah, you guys would know that, or Oda, you would know about that thing you did with at the library.
Right,
remember.
and finding out about Ravnica and the adventure that Nyx needs to go on with all the stuff we bought.
Yeah,
'Cause she wants to find the
there's
tower.
there's like two separate ways, right? So there's either the tower or the Ravnica way
Right.
currently, and both of them are like boiling in the background, sort of.
I just don't know which one Nyx wanted to do first. Although, wasn't Ravnica the one that we were all chasing? Ravnica was the group one, and the tower
There.
is Nyx's thing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I mean, it'd probably be helpful if Nyx had some more power before we went to Ravnica. So maybe do hers first. I don't know. I don't know how she'd feel about that, but I would think that she'd be okay with it. I know she wants to learn everything she can.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, learning through
Then-
experience is always the best
Yeah.
way.
I would also say that, like, part of the things you were acquiring for it,
Mhm.
like the change to Zeph isn't because you have gotten those. You haven't gotten the parts yet. Currently, that's what I meant with boiling in the background.
Oh, so she's done something more since her and I went and figured this stuff out then.
Well, basically, if you remember, some shit happened and Zeph went like, bleh. Right?
Yep, I remember that.
Yeah, and then after that, these gold
Oh, okay. I don't
parts
remember
by the
that
sheep
part.
one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you would have known that in character, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't. It's not applied to the order you made, so to say.
Gotcha. So they're, yeah. It has to do with
The-
the same storyline, different reasoning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
So currently you are waiting for the order, and then it's what was his name? Grim something. I forget names. I'm not good with names.
Which one?
It's not Gorbachev. It's the other one.
oh, Garmili.
Garmili. I remember Gorbachev, but I don't remember Garmili.
Mhm.
Garmeli's the one I remember. Just from you saying it before, it's a name that kind of sticks with me.
Oh.
I don't know why. It's a name that I'm like, huh, that's a cool
Like
name.
I feel like Gorbachev is actually the prime, and Garmili is the clone.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess I could have copied my other notes wrong.
Yeah, because that's just how I remember it, at least.
Okay. Because the way I have it written is I have Garmili Gorbachev is the prime, and then just Gorbachev is the clone. So the prime had two names,
Oh.
and the clone just had the last name or whatever you want to call it.
Oh. Whatever.
But I could have written it down wrong too, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Your world.
I feel like Gorbachev is the one I attribute to the prime for some reason, and Garmili would be the clone for me.
Alright, I will update my notes then.
About the letter that Amira sent, you said that it hadn't arrived during the downtime.
The letter you sent with me?
Yes. So
No,
it was-
that arrived and
arrived?
came back.
That
Yeah.
came back already. That's how I
Because
got
I don't
the
remember receiving like what it said like in the letter.
I did. Okay.
Because I couldn't find it in our chat, and I was like confused.
Okay, I'm gonna double check in our chat because I know I sent some information to Odo about that, like that he had received the letter back. So I know Odo.
Well, you wanted to
Because
know if I
yeah.
wanted to give it now, the dagger, or wait until we started playing again.
Yeah, but I think you said because I just remember he got it
Yeah.
because I've
Just
given
to
the
make it
dagger to
easy.
him, so it's yeah. Okay, that's the letter you sent.
Yes.
So I didn't write what you got back.
No.
Oh shit. Sorry. I had something for that. I was pretty sure. Okay.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I just went through my character sheet because I just realised that I was missing like 3 prepared spells.
Oh.
I don't have any. I don't have any information on what the letter said.
Okay. But I did send you something about that. You got a dagger right out of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why at the
Because
start
that
of the
was like
session today,
the
I thanked her.
prerequisite. 'Cause
Yeah. So the letter
dagger.
has come back. It's just that I forgot to type to you what the letter entailed.
Yeah.
Yes.
The plus. It
Because
came back with
like the way I remembered it was that it was gonna arrive, but you asked if you could, just to make it easy to like let him have it in his inventory when we start, so we don't have to deal with it.
what I have in my chat logs was the letter was supposed to come back when we did our duel session, and then the bearded one disappeared, and the session never happened.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
But yeah, so the letter came back with a +2 dagger.
Yeah.
I still have the contents of the letter that was sent out and who it was sent to.
Well, yeah.
Including who it was from.
Yeah. Well, now you kind of outed yourself as having secretly read that letter.
Out of character.
Out of character, yeah. In character. Yikes.
I don't.
Yeah, I guess I just forgot to, because I have the letter that she sent here as well. So, but I don't have the reply back for some reason, which, yeah, that's my bad. But, yeah, you would have gotten a letter back.
Yes.
Now you gotta quick figure out what it would have said.
I'm just trying to. Okay, so that was the letter. Yeah. I mean, it would be something along the same lines of like, glad you're okay or something.
Mhm.
Keeping it short. Not trying to spread too much information, right?
Mhm.
Uh, so trying to, yeah, basically just glad to hear you're okay. I hope you're happy. Something like that. Is what would come back.
Cool.
And something like try to let me know more often.
Oh.
That's basically it.
All right. Cool.
But yeah, like, I think, yeah. That's basically what you get. I'll try and type it out so you have it. I don't fucking know. But yeah, so you're currently in this, like, either trying to pursue the thing that we actually left off on last time, which was kind of the group one, with if we, or if you guys, like, wanted to pursue this guy that kind of influenced Alanthiel a bit.
A bit.
Or a bit, yeah. Or if you wanted to go for Nyx's personal goal, which is that tower. But you haven't like heard anything back yet about the acquiring of the items. And you could always try and talk to Gorbachev about how far he's into his research. Because you know where to find him.
Yeah,
at all
he's
times.
at Kinko's collection in private room 349.
Yeah.
I'm down with what ever Anya is just in a very violent mood.
Well, then maybe we want to avoid the library.
So
Probably a
which
good
route
idea.
would garner
Well, I
more
mean,
fighting?
obviously we'd be sitting here discussing this with Nyx, but since she isn't here, I would, as Odo, for my 2 cents, would rather pursue Nyx's tower first, because chasing this guy down is going to require us to have probably a lot of power available to us. And
You
right
think
now,
maybe she
we're-
can learn some more stuff from the library, or from the tower? Sorry.
from what I've heard, if we can get this tower thing happening, then there's a good chance she can be pretty badass. And also might give us a chance to level up, but there's also a very good chance we could all die.
Well, that sounds like killing stuff to me.
However, from our group path is actually going to take us to a different plane completely.
Okay, should we perhaps deal with this plane first?
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
I
But either way, we do have to sleep first because
Yeah.
use the cube to get here and
I would think it make sense to stay on this plane for now. If we need to detour, read when Pan to get here, we can't.
yeah, I don't recall if her thing was on this plane. I think it is, isn't it?
Oh.
As far as you know.
Okay, I couldn't. John can't remember.
Yeah.
All I
Uh,
remember is I remember that for the group guy that we're chasing, we have to go to Ravnica.
Right, that was the goal of the research, is how to get there.
Okay. So I guess then the first place we're gonna go is go talk to Gorbachev.
I can I punch him.
You would have to ask him, but he's a rather large orc, so he might be okay with it.
Maybe.
He's a wizard.
So I could hit him.
So you might have a chance of actually hitting him.
Poor leg lady.
I mean, hitting him wouldn't be hard. The not killing him part would be hard.
I mean, if you really have to hit something, maybe we can ask him to send us to Marble's house, and you can spell with Marble or one of Marble's kids.
Fair enough. I'm gonna finish this and go to sleep.
Sounds like a good idea. I could use some.
Okay.
Is a fist considered a weapon?
Yeah.
Only if you're a
Okay,
monk.
cool. Okay.
I
just
mean,
checking.
depends on what you're trying to use it for.
Well, I have a thing. Imbue a weapon. Does a fist count?
Like
Can
it's
you
on.
magic a fist without cheat?
I think.
What if I just imbued the gloves she was wearing?
I think technically you could. Like there's if I remember correctly, it could still be counted as a weapon. Unarmed strikes could still be counted as a weapon.
I'll have a think about it. Because I could give you a flat plus 5.
To hit.
Yeah, 2 attack rolls.
Why?
Guarantee you hit something.
Oh.
She's still mad at you.
I wasn't saying she's not gonna hit it. I was just saying make sure.
She's been more irritated.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna go over here and sleep.
Right. You guys. Rest for the evening.
Can we take 5?
Sure. If you want to.
I could use a quick break.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we'll just say that there's a long rest that happens. Dawn happens, which makes that you regain expended parts of the cube. Which is a D4 something. I don't know. I don't remember.
3.
A D3 for some reason.
Well, probably because it's only got 3 charges.
Yeah, so a D3.
Alright.
Okay, so yeah, it regains all to max. And then we take a quick-ish break.
Yeah.
Alright.
5 to 10 minutes.
Alright, bear back.
Ow.
Hit your head or something? Yikes. Oh boy. Trying to remember everything. Boom, boom, boom. Your item and keeps.
Ow.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Hello. Mm.
I just feel slightly tired.
Just slightly. Did you get some? Did you get some sleep before?
Yeah, I got
started?
a couple hours.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to take another nap because I'm gonna drive 5 hours
Oh.
since I'm at my grandma's house.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna drive back to Stockholm.
So she lives in Stockholm. You live.
No, I live in Stockholm, and
Okay.
she lives in Älvdalen,
Oh, okay.
close to Mora.
So you could technically take I think it's a 3-hour boat to where I live now. Because I live in Visby now.
Yes.
So the
How
boat.
long have you been living in Visby?
I mean, for almost. I mean, a year now. Yeah.
Yeah, I had like one of my first. I had a summer job at the Viking Line,
Oh yeah. Mhm.
and they stayed over at Visby a couple times.
Mm.
And the first time I was free all day, so I was in Visby the whole day. And
Nice.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's apparently for Stockholmer. It's a very popular place to go to, and the people that live here don't specifically like people from Stockholm, which is funny.
I mean,
I mean,
they
it's
survive on tourists.
Stockholm. Yeah, they survive on tourism, but it's like Stockholm tourism. It's not fun. They're they're the posh part of Sweden, which no one likes. So everyone hates Stockholm, basically. And then
I am cool. I am okay. I am not like all the other. What they don't like is the inner city Stockholm person. I don't live in the inner city. I'm a suburb shit.
Yeah. But like, if you live close to Stockholm, like if people say you live in, what's it called? No, I don't remember, because I can only think of other places named with V, like Västervik and Visby, which is not at all. There's a part with a V that is like to the west of Stockholm. Basically outside.
Västerås.
Västerås, yeah. Like, a friend of mine lives there, but like, he's from Skåne. So when he comes up and had his accent, which is not really an accent, no one can understand him. So now he started speaking like you guys do up there, and it's so annoying. I'm like, they converted you. No.
Accents.
Yeah.
Accents are wonderful.
Oh, I lost mine once this start.
I can still kind of hear it, like how he used to speak in there. So
it's been a long time.
Thumbstone. Oh boy.
My lawyers are get on it.
Yeah, because it was a side effect, right?
My life has been ruined when.
Yeah. Oh boy. Had to go back to school.
At least it's cheap.
Yeah. I remember you had a student debt from your first one.
No. I got hit by a car.
Oh yeah, right.
My
Yeah.
first. What?
I died, yeah. I remember that.
Dad paying for this one.
Alright, nice.
But it's only 500 semester. So,
Oh, 500 per semester, okay.
for a U.S. 4-year university.
How many semesters are there a year? Is it 3 or is it 2? Yeah.
2. Yeah, it's basically term. For us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because for some reason,
Yeah, it's
when I was
whenever.
working at
Yeah.
an English college, they had the autumn term, Lent term, and like summer term.
You can take some classes, but it depends on the school. Like my first one didn't offer for everything, but it's designed that you should be able to finish a 4-year degree in 8 terms.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, alright. I'm finished with this. Where's my second one?
I have a little sword.
Like, what's a flock? What's that in English? Do you know that?
Like, do you mean like the back of a pickup
Also,
truck or
no,
like
flock. Right.
Oh,
It's like a case of 24 beers, right? Does that?
A case.
a case of beer.
Okay.
But
do
it's not like
do
a
you call it that,
6-pack.
or
It's
what
like
do you?
24 pack.
Yeah, it's a 24 pack of beer.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, 24 packs of case.
It's just a 24 pack. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just that I bought 7 of those to bring with me here, and I only have 4 left.
How long have you been there?
yeah.
No. So this I brought
Oh.
this 2 months. I've been here 2 months, and I drank 3 cases or packs.
That's a lot of beer.
I mean, I take one every now and again. Not an alcoholic or
You say
anything.
it. I mean, you say every now and again, but that's 72 beers in 2 months. That's a bit more than every now and again.
That's basically like what?
That's almost
2
one a day. That's almost one a day, or just actually no, that's just over one a day.
One beer a day keeps the doctor away.
I haven't had one in like 4 months.
Is there a specific
even
reason,
like
or are
beer.
you just are you getting
I
a
basi-
coin, or?
I've basically been on call 24/7 for the
Ah,
past
okay,
4
so
months.
yeah. Yikes.
Gotta be
I
ready to
haven't
drive at any moment.
I haven't had a beer in years, purely just because I don't drink beer. It's not that I don't like it. I don't.
Yeah, this is for some reason whenever I play games, I drink, because
Mhm.
it's more fun that way. I don't know.
Well, we're not entertaining enough for you sober.
Yeah, and exactly.
It's just the only way he can deal with our bullshit.
Fair point.
Oh god. Oh, no wonder people go
We've not even
into
started
alcoholism.
back-
All people
we've
that
not
go
even-
into
we've not
alcoholism
even
are
started.
DMs.
We've not even started fully with our bullshit yet.
Yeah, and I'm already into my third one for tonight.
Just wait until you have to start doing Zeph again when Panda's back.
Fine.
And then all of us constantly asking Zeph questions. We haven't heard the voice in ages.
Oh my god.
He only has himself to blame.
I mean, it was a spur of the moment voice. I wasn't really sure what to give him a voice, and it wasn't even supposed to be an item. TBH. It was just supposed to be like another person holding the same skull talking into it. It wasn't supposed to be a soul trapped in a voice or a soul trapped in a skull, which it now is.
That's great.
Because it
So
was
it's
an
supposed to be
improvised.
like a weird sending stone type thing.
Yes.
It was a phone, basically.
Yeah, basically. Because I based it off of, like, it was an exact replica of one that one of my friend DM'd a game where he had that in our game. And basically, whenever we contacted someone with this, it fucked with the ley lines. Like, it actually made a direct connection between them through ley lines with necrotic energy.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, like it was slowly fucking over the world just by talking to people in this. And my character, which was the stupidest character, used it constantly.
That's
He was just
amazing.
like, well, he actually thought, right, that there was someone trapped in the skull because he couldn't possibly understand that there was sending to
someone
yeah.
on another end.
Yeah. And then we had to then we actually like fought this guy like 3 or 4 times. And I still had the skull and talking to the skull, and I didn't connect that the guy I was talking to was
So you didn't connect it with
the guy we were fighting against.
Kind of like Frog in the Talking Sword.
Yeah, but basically. But yeah, Seth. I'm still happy about Seth and what he eventually became. But it was like just the response from the voice was kind of nice. You laughed immediately, and I was like, well, I guess that was a good voice.
I guess this is it now.
And then like you started questioning him about what he can do, and I was like, oh fuck, I didn't think of this. I guess he can do languages. And I was like, I can talk to things. And that wasn't enough, and I was like, well, I guess I'll make him like a spell item. When you hold me, you're more effective.
It turned out really well.
Yeah, and then we kind of went with it. And that was the one and only time that Nightlight actually had his camera on.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for the day she just mounts Zeph on the top of a pole or something. has him as like the tip of a quarterstaff or something. Go full blown like RPG mage and just have a skull on the top of a stick as your staff.
I mean, it's possible. You just gotta make it.
Jesus Christ.
Oh boy. Alright, so you had your rest.
Mhm.
You wake up with having a peaceful night. Somewhat peaceful with all the drinking and such. Um, just assuming you finish both the bottles of fire breathing, whatever, dragon breath, whatever the fuck it's named.
Dragon's breath.
Picking up
whiskey.
with a slight.
Yeah, dragon's breath whiskey, because, yeah. I'm not sure if everyone was part of the drinking. Odo's like, no.
Part of the drink.
Aaron's like, no. So it's 2 bottles on 3 people. Awesome.
So
I'm
they
pretty
slept
sure-
like rocks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Nyx can't handle her liquor very well, so she kind of dipped out first.
I'm pretty sure our constitution's arse, isn't
Mm-hmm.
it?
Something like that, yeah.
It's a flat 10. It's fine.
Yeah, it's flat 10.
Or not having my food.
Yeah. But you guys eventually come back to consciousness.
Ow.
Something like that.
My head feels like it's gonna. Look.
I missed this. Oh.
I don't know if I did.
The temptation is there just to go, morning!
Oh boy.
I'm not going to. 'cause- Yeah, I'm not going to, because that would just be mean. But...
Ow. Alright. Where to
Well, I guess back to Orn first to check on Nyx's order.
Alright.
Sounds good to me.
Alright.
All right.
Need to buy more
Through the
whiskey.
eternal battlefield.
Yeah. It would be the first time back for Anya and Aaron after like 7 months ish. But yeah, still the same horrible place. Filled with death. Something Anya likes. Kind of. And then back again to Orm. Which has been some time since you guys were there. So just to go over kind of what changed, I guess. So last time you remember, the Wizard's Tower was blown up. And,
Oh, yeah.
partially during construction. And you
I believe,
remember
if I remember correctly, wasn't one of us thrown from it by the explosion?
the wizard
Oh, it was
occupying the
wizard.
tower was thrown and caught by you, I think, Aaron?
I think it was.
Yeah. And you also remember that, like, he went somewhere to fix himself because he was very weak at that point.
Yeah.
But now, as you're entering, you can see that there has been a rebuilding of the tower. It's now bigger and taller than what you remember it. There also seems to be specific protection placed around it.
It's got guardrails.
Well, kind of like it's like this. Like as you're like can like see through the buildings, is not you can't pick up that much detail as you're kind of like walking into town. But there seems to be a bit of a clearing around it now, and there seems to be some sort of gate-ish likeness to the outside of the tower.
It would have been funny if it had just dug around.
Yeah.
Had a little drawbridge.
He's just got a moat.
Amira and Odo would know that there has been a magical protection put in place on this fence around the tower. to keep experimentations from hurting the town.
So basically, to keep from it happening again.
Yeah.
Not so much
Basically.
for keeping people out as it is for keeping random stuff in.
So you would just kind of know the details about that. Odo, you would probably have been sort of part of acquiring certain elements for it during your stay here. And you've also been the only one that met Morneau in the party except for Nyx after he
You knock the door if it's protected by.
He's barging. Right. But yeah. So that happened. You would eventually I guess seek up the contact in town for the order, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And would you ask them to wait outside, or like your party members, or would you?
I don't even remember if I've come clean to them yet, like if they actually know. I don't remember if I told them who my contacts in town actually are.
No. I know that you were the only one that did the ordering and stuff.
Right, but I mean back when everything was going on, I don't remember if I told them all I was with the guild or not.
I don't recall either person.
Yeah, I think you were a bit secretive about it. Like there was no
I know
particular
initially,
point.
I know initially I was trying to be, but I don't remember if after all the bullshit happened, if I come out and...
I don't think you
No, I
specifically
guess that
have
was out of character.
been open about it.
Okay. See, I'd probably just have them... I mean, obviously Nyx knows now, because she was... Well,
Yeah.
and Amira knows now, too.
Yeah.
Because of the letter I sent.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd probably still have everybody wait, just so it's not, 6 people barging in to check out.
Hello.
Exactly. Yeah. So you'd be walking in then, and do you remember the specific code? I mean, like your character would, but I'm just testing you personally and see if you have it in your notes.
I don't even know if you actually told me the...
No, I told you. It's currently in the it's in the break chat, I think. I guess the double private break chat. So I think Panda actually also knows.
Hold on, I gotta get a cat off my mouse. Get down. I'm never gonna find this, am I?
Right.
I remember what it is we need to get, but I don't remember any code.
Yeah. Like this is just to, like, you would know this still as Odo, right?
Right, yeah.
I was just double checking if you remember anything about it, but
No, I don't actually.
right. So I typed. This was in April, the 8th of April. They have their own locations and codes, and how to start a conversation.
Oh, right.
Like,
okay. Yep.
Like go to the bar and ask for a Raven Scotch. Then take a beach on the then take a beach on, or take a seat at the beach.
On the bench in the
Fuck!
corner.
Take a
Yeah,
beach. Take a seat on the bench in the corner. There it is. English.
Okay, yep, I found it.
My keeps have gone dark.
All right, so
I'm sitting on the bench in the corner. In the darkness. I'm in the shadow.
Have you taken a beach?
But yeah.
so I guess I'll go back to that first location then, to that bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go up to the bar and ask for the Raven Scotch. Sit down on the bench in the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's currently open, so there's no one occupying that space.
I will sit down and have a sip of the whiskey and wait.
Yeah, and as last time, there's a small hatch that kind of opens, so it becomes like a confessional type deal. Where he starts asking, like, what are you looking for?
I'm actually looking for just an update, basically. I was here a while back and ordered some rare items and wondering if there's any information on how that's coming along.
Right. The parts, right. There is some small complication in getting fresh blood, so to say.
Okay.
But it should arrive within the month.
Is that for everything? Or is the blood going to be something we have to hunt down on our own?
No, that would be for everything. Every other part should be on its way here currently.
Awesome. And I'll hand him 2 platinum. Thank you for the update.
Just like, thank you.
Always keep my contacts happy.
That'll get you far in this business.
And I'll finish my scotch and head out.
Yeah.
Alright, so we've got about a month on the next stuff, guys. So
Alright.
what do you want to do next?
Let's go. Fine. The other jerk and kill him.
Okay. Then I believe to start off from there, we need to go to the library. Oh,
Yes.
hey, you guys are going to get to meet Nix's family.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Right. Since you've used 2 charges for today,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
the question is, do you want to go back to a specific tavern with a specific half-orc helming the bar?
Ooh!
Oh. Well, wait. Don't we have access to the library from anywhere now with Nix's thing? Wasn't there a thing she can make any door a door to the library?
She
Or am I thinking
can.
of a completely different storyline from some other thing I watched?
It might be a whole other storyline, but does have. She can make a teleportation circle now, I think. If I remember correctly. So spells.
Because I thought there was a. I thought once you gained access, what am I thinking of then? I thought once you gained access and you were like a member, you could get there from any door.
Right. So, there are specific teleportation points to the library.
Okay.
And you would need a specific type of card to get the destination.
Right, which
But
Nix and I should both have. Because I got
She had-
sponsored. She had, and then I got sponsored because I needed access to it too, I thought.
right, so you currently have access to the library, but you don't have access to the teleportation circles.
Okay. So I have to go the long way if I want to go.
Yeah. But since she kind of grew up there.
Right.
She has extra
Perks.
credentials. Yeah. Basically.
I apologize. I'm gonna need to go because
Are you tired?
I didn't sleep very well.
Okay.
And
Sorry.
I need.
Fine.
Yeah, and like I'm losing the ability to concentrate, so I feel like all I'm gonna do at this point is just not be paying attention, and I don't think that's fair to anyone.
Yeah, makes sense. We're probably gonna try and not go too far into stuff.
Yeah.
It's probably just gonna be trying to get, like, going again, learning the characters and stuff.
I can't stay super late.
Yeah.
And I'm
Makes sense.
kind of having to go to sleep again soon, so I
Yeah.
can drive.
Yeah. I was just thinking of trying to get to a point where we can leave off, where we can actually like start next time, where
Yeah.
we're like good to go, right?
I can stay for a little while to get to somewhere.
Yeah, it's just
I just didn't want to be a hindrance. So
yeah, I don't feel like there's gonna be super lot longer.
Alright.
But yeah.
I just didn't want to ruin anyone else's experience by just not paying attention.
Yeah, no. I think it's fine.
Go.
But yeah.
Carry on.
Nyx does have teleportation circle.
Okay.
I'm just thinking. Yeah, so she could make a teleportation circle to get to the library specifically. But that's her only 5th level spell slot, and she can't she can't get back. She can get there, but she can't get back specifically.
We can use the cube to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Because is the library on this plane?
The library is on this plane, and the teleportation only works to this plane specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we need to have a rest first.
Well, technically.
Oh wait, no, we already recharged the cube.
Well, you then used it to get here.
Oh, that's right.
But technically, the library is a demi-plane.
So we should be able to get back here using the cube if she can get us there.
Yes.
With only the one charge.
Yeah.
Okay. So then we'll use the teleportation circle from Nyx to get to the library, and we'll cube our butts back here when it's done.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, you get everyone in a circle, or you get to a spot where she can safely draw a circle without bothering anyone. Because it needs to be like
she's not
10.
just drawing it on the floor in the middle of the
Yeah, in the middle of the fucking place. So it's
No. Remember, it's the alley outside the outside the bar.
yeah, it's always in an alleyway somewhere where it's perfectly 10 by 10 feet.
It's always an alleyway that's perfectly sized. Yeah.
Yeah. It's every D&D game. You have to make a 10 by 10 feet alleyway. But yeah, she eventually draws a circle. Takes around 10 minutes to draw it, and then it's the only teleportation spot she knows currently, since she hasn't been that adventurous. But she uses her only 5th level spell slot to get you there. Yikes. Alright. And all of you kind of like, as is with teleportation circles, this is kind of a lot different from plane shift. Plane shift is like a group thing where you're all like go at the same
Join
time,
hands,
and
meet
yeah, and this kind of feels more like a gate where you're walking through it. It's progressive where you kind of have to get through it as you kind of like all eventually land in the spot. And what all of you are seeing right now is basically a stone encased room, and it's basically perfectly 10 by 10 feet, and there's a door in front of you. As you all kind of like landed this space.
Yeah.
Library card to the door.
Yeah, you.
What happened? Wow, that was cool. I want to
Yeah,
do it
you
again.
pull so Odo pulls up this card, which is around this big, which has like, it's very ornate, very beautiful looking. It is, I think it was basic. Was it a bronze card or was it
Yes,
I remember-
because I'm just a provisionary member.
yeah, so a bronze card, which Ikanza holds up to the door, and there's like this magic inscription on the door that kind of just fizzles,
Well,
and and the door like slightly opens. So you guys walk in, and you, for those of you who haven't been here, and I think this might be the first time I'm actually explaining it by voice, I think. You basically walk into this area that is like bookshelves after bookshelves after bookshelves, and there's no roof. Like, the bookshelves just go up until you can't see them anymore. And there's just rows of bookshelves spanning across. Like, you can't see the end, basically. Everything's very weird in this space where it's just like endless bookshelves. You see a bunch of different people walk around, usually accompanied by a sort of a ghostish appearance, like servants that are kind of like following. And you can see this guy kind of like standing by one of the bookshelves, like reading through a book, handing it to the servant, who then takes it and just flies away with the book. And some other people are like walking and talking with, like, there's a lot of books in here. As you come out and you look to the side, you see a bunch of doors along the wall. There's just an opening just to the right of you, where it seems like there's a bigger entrance. and in front of you sits by a desk in front of the bookshelves, two changelings that look somewhat like Nyx.
I
Nice.
Nice.
So
I totally
Oh,
don't have like a 1 gig folder of different types.
so I will walk up to the counter to Nyx's family and ask if Gorbachev is still in 349 or if he's moved.
Right. The guy is like, nice to see you again. Like,
And you?
and kind of like waves to Nyx as she's like, oh, and kind of like, as Nyx kind of scutters around back to her family and says hi.
She doesn't actually have her nose in the book right now? That's a surprise.
And she's like kind of talking to her mom, being like, I did the teleportation circle. Super proud. And the dad is like, he is currently in there, yes. Has the same room as it is his privately rented out space.
Excellent. By the way,
Should-
this is the rest of our party, since Nyx is very excited about her teleportation. So she forgot about introductions.
Yeah, Nyx is kind of like, oh yeah, right. So this is
So American
Odo.
looking around at all the books and they're like, what
Yeah,
the fuck is this place?
Nyx is
I
like,
was
this is
about to say,
Odo.
Amira's looking all around, I'm just looking straight up.
Yeah, Nyx introduces you all, being like, this is, Odo, you met Odo, and this is Anya, Amira, and this is Aaron. And the parents are like, that's a lot of A's.
Right?
Yeah.
On the Aaron and the mirror.
I mean, technically
Oh.
there's two. Technically there's two more. Because I didn't even realize until you said there's a lot of A's that both of my companions start with A as well.
It's fuck's sake.
I'm
Boy.
sorry.
and I also have like Adi is the fucking half work. There's a lot of A's in this campaign, man. But yeah, there's small introductions. Eventually, you are led into the room 3. What the fuck? 349.
349.
Sure.
That one.
Yeah, that one. And they're one of the servants, ethereal servants. It's kind of see-through a bit, but they kind of look like a floating butler in a way. As there's kind of a knock on the door, and it's opened by another ethereal servant, going like, and kind of turning as Gorbachev is sitting there, and as you guys know, it kind of looks more. It's like a workbench where you can sit on both sides, and bookshelves on either side.
It's not quite this.
It's not quite this. It's a more cramped room than that.
How's my floor is, I'm sure.
Yeah, but basically, it's kind of the same idea of like there's bookshelves on either side. Both of them are like endless, going up. You can't see the ceiling. It's just this weird optical illusion, right? Where it's like, what the fuck? You're kind of used to something being
look
over
straight
there
up
when
at
you're,
me.
yeah.
You look straight up, and the bookcase just seemed to meet at the top, that far away.
Yeah, it's like a tunnel. You know, like what the fuck. But yeah, you see this half orc them sitting there. Everyone else has kind of met or had the description of Garmili, which had, I think he had blue robes, I believe, and then this guy has red, set of red robes, very finely made, like by a master craftsman, right, or master tailor, fitting perfectly to his form, which is slender but, you know, a bit chubby. And he kind of looks over and, Odo, it's been a while.
It has, Gorbachev. How you doing?
Yes, it's going along. There's a lot to this. There's some, interesting reads. Well, come in. As he kind of like waves you in.
So I'll walk in and sit down across from at the table and introduce the rest of the party that he hasn't met yet.
Oh yeah, it's like, right. So I heard you had dealings with this planeswalker. Right. So, from what I could gather, there's not a. I would need something to teleport you there, but I've been in construction of a new spell that would help me get you there. Possibly. I would
what's
just.
this that you...
Well, I would need an item created in this world that you would desire to go to.
So you need something from there.
Yes.
We need an item from Ravnica to get to Ravnica.
Yes.
Where do you find stuff from Ravnica or whatever that place is?
Oh, that's going to be really difficult. So
Museum
Ravnica.
heist?
Well, here's the thing. Ravnica is the plane or the realm of the planeswalkers, and they pretty much do whatever they can to avoid our realm.
Like, I have found some interesting information.
Okay.
They're talking about, like, specific. I found this book that kind of detailed a bit of information about what Ravnica is and what is there. And it talks about different leagues or different guilds, a lot of different guilds that do many different things. And I can't help but notice that there's some similarities to a place we know. And he kind of flips over to the page in this book where the first thing you see is this, like, emblem of, basically it looks like a fist with like a half, like a crescent over it that looks like, it's supposed to depict like a sun around a fist, right? And like most of you recognize this kind of, right? So just make a history check, I guess, to see how good you are
All of us.
at history.
I'm not very good at history, so...
Aaron. Hey.
Wow.
With -2.
Should have had Nick's roll.
Like, I don't think we need to at this point.
Yeah. Excellent.
But-
I'm pretty happy with my role.
For some reason, you are just good at rolling. And like, I can never forget the natural 1 that turned into the natural 20 on the remembering what the fucking draconic words for this drift globe is that you have.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
I mean, I'll still never forget the snake eyes followed by the double nat 20s.
Right.
That was insane.
It was right. So you, Amir,
Mhm.
as working in the local militia, have been somewhat dealing with legionnaires and armies from Taiyu specifically,
Mhm.
and a lot of their armor has this emblem, and you recognize it immediately. Like, this is something you recognize as people that have been coming to you during your work now has had that insignia on their chest or on their shield. Aaron,
Yep.
you kind of just take your sword and kind of look at the bottom. And there's
I knew
That's
I'd seen
the
it somewhere. He just sort of, where have I seen that? Where have I... there he is.
Do I notice him looking at his sword? Or...
I looked down at it, I'm just like, you say you need something from there. Would this count?
Well, that's the insignia. Right. Well,
Is there any way to tell? Also, quick question. Will it be intact after this? Because I kind of need it.
well, the specifics of the spell is to take you and any belongings with it, along with the item.
Okay. As long as it's intact, then it's fine. Because I kind of need that.
I
Well,
didn't know you had a sword
like-
for Caillou.
The small problem here might be that I'm not sure if it was made here or there.
Can you check?
That's
I can.
Please.
Right. I would need some time to examine.
Mhm.
Otherwise, I have some locations where other insignias have been sighted, but never really, gone through.
Alright.
So,
It's not specifically just this, and he kind of like flips through the book, and you see like there's another one that mentions Izzet. It says Demir and Golgari, Gruul. Like he just flips through the book, and it goes through like 10 to 12 different names with different insignias.
Mhm.
But you don't recognize any of the other ones specifically.
Mhm.
So what does this fish with a crescent moon stand for? What does it mean?
He kind of flips back and, well, this is talking about a guild named Boros, which is apparently a legionnaire or an army of sorts that follow angels, specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And as he mentions that, you kind of remember when in Taiyu there was specifically a very big statue of an angel with the sigil. Like, I think I went through this
Yeah,
during a
no,
session.
I think it was mentioned.
Yeah,
I think it was one of those things we just sort of glossed over because it was just a symbol on a statue.
yeah. It was yeah, it was a very big statue of like this angel going like like very big wings.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of strange that
And,
Amazon ended
yeah.
up with it. It's a little weird. It's a little weird that
Yeah.
a part celestial ended up with it.
I know. It's kind of funny. And you found it in the basement of a werewolf's keep.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
with Aaron, if you're so worried about possibly losing the sword, even though it sounds like it's not really a chance, do we maybe want to go check out some of these other locations and see if we can find something else to use?
Well, it might also be worth doing that just in case this is something that was made here and just stamped with the sigil. So,
There's a possibility. I feel like a part of the Boros history has stayed, while the other leagues might have had some influence here, but seems to have disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
was found in a basement under an old castle.
Possibly. I mean,
So,
who knows?
Don't know. I still think either way, it's probably a good idea to go and check at least one or two of these locations, because if there's a chance this isn't from where we need and we don't go check, we're stuffed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
what are these other locations then?
Right. First of all, Odo, I'd just like you to make an additional history check.
Me of all people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's 20. Okay. So, you've sort of seen one of the sigils before, as he like flipped through them. It looks like this. It's like a circular. Looks like a spider, kind of. It doesn't have 8 eyes. It just has one. Big in the middle. It has 8 legs. And it's blue, or white with blue outlines.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of recognize it as it has been seen on some like during your work with the Thieves Guild. It has been seen in some stamps have been made with this. Which just intrigues you. If you want to ask about it, it's up to you. But yeah,
I probably won't ask about it with the rest of the gear.
Well, the most solid source I have is, he kind of flips over and goes to the one that says "Is it?" on it.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, right around Windfall Peaks, there has been seen to be a gate with this sigil. No one has been able to enter yet, which intrigues me.
Alright.
And what's the symbol?
Symbol for is it? Hang on, need to look it up. Right, it's kind of it's seems like there's a dragon with wings coming over like around. I can, I guess, just Google the image since there's actually good images for it online that I don't have to
Okay.
fucking
You don't have to worry about trying to describe it.
so copy image, and then in chat somewhere, I guess I'll just post it in player chat. There it is.
Ah, okay.
But it's a sunset sort of colours.
With a dragon and like this moon crescent. I'm not specifically sure how to explain that.
The spikes coming up behind it make it look more like a sun to me.
Sorry.
It's fine. It's getting late.
Get
Early
get
for me.
to tank.
It is late, I guess.
Spencer, I suppose for the three of us, it's getting early.
Yeah.
In the morning.
No, Norm, Malik, I wouldn't care, but I have to be up by 6.
Oh, are
Yeah.
you singing tomorrow?
Mhm.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioned that a while back that you would have to sing every now and then. So
I'll send the Demure one as well. So that's the one you recognized. Then Burrows. But yeah, so he basically gives you the coordinates for a place of interest, which I would just draw on the map, I guess. Yeah, over here. Yeah.
That's a great little.
It's a little doodle.
oh boy. And we're back at this again.
Oh boy, what are you doing now?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I'm just painting. And yeah, and this is the Boros one, where it's like a fist. With like
Is that ISSIT?
no. Or is with 2 Z's.
Oh, okay.
Is
Is it?
Gotcha.
okay, so I'll do this. So is it Dimir Boros?
Excellent.
Whew. Hi, Ted.
All right, so I guess we have a place to go look.
Right.
So you have a plan.
Yes. Let's start there. Next. Wait.
Exactly.
Yes.
All right. It's a good start, I guess.
Yeah.
Kind of getting familiar with everything again.
Yeah, it's good to be back.
Yes, it is. 100% agree.
All right. Oh boy.
And hopefully we'll have another member of the party next time.
Yeah.
Yes, hopefully. We will have everyone back in full force
Yeah.
no
Hey.
with no headaches.
Mhm.
Yes.
and yeah, gonna try and also try and keep the sessions somewhat time framed.
Yes.
So we start a bit earlier, maybe not an hour in.
Like I said, normally I wouldn't care. but
Yeah, it's just that like all the other sessions that I have recorded, right, on YouTube, they're like 6 hours long,
yeah.
and it's
We
like,
have fun.
well, we were also 8 players and a DM.
Yeah.
Those are 9 people in total, and it was kind of hard to like progress fast with that many people. It's gonna
especially
be
considering combat took forever sometimes.
like it. I think most combats took 2 hours at least.
On the short end. Yeah.
But during those 2 hours, we technically only did 3 rounds of combat, so around 18 seconds in real time.
Yeah.
I think the longest one we ever had was 5.
5 turns, yeah.
Yeah, so I think the longest fight we ever had in game time was 30 seconds, but I think it was like 3.5 hours for us.
Something like that. I feel like that was one of the first times you went into the cave when the fire hand died, right?
I think so,
That one must have been
one
long.
Yeah, that one took a while.
Because I remember one in the party got Beardy's character, Tough, right? Got mind
One of them.
controlled. Yeah, got mind controlled and shocked down Nyx.
Mm-hmm.
So like everyone thought the fight was over, and then he was just like,
Hello.
Y'all are all love. I'm gonna get off, so
Yeah.
I can eat.
Sounds good.
And
Yeah.
go to bed.
Have a great night, Mallet. Good night. Good seeing you again.
Bye.
Bye.